everybody? Welcome to the Collegiate Esports Couch. Today we got the weekly recap for weeks 1 and 2. Unfortunately, we couldn't. We were a little too busy to just do week 1, so we're gonna have to combine week 1 and 2. As you can see, there's no couches in sight, unfortunately,
No couch
because
inside.
as the time of this recording is President's Day and the school's closed, the only day we can do this is really Monday. So today we're just the Collegiate Esports chairs. So
The Collegiate Esports chairs over Discord.
over
Nice
Discord. Yep,
call.
exactly, precisely.
Precisely.
So this week we had a lot of good watching to do. We didn't do VODs or anything, just a general coverage here.
Mhm.
I did ECAC again. Gremlin here, my fantastic, always wonderful co-host here, did the ECAC as usual. And so let's just get right started here. Division 1 first. We only had one big newcomer that I noticed, which was the Fisher Esports junior varsity. So now they have their varsity and junior varsity in that. They're both undefeated to start the season off. They're both 2-0. So the biggest thing that I saw, my favorite team so far that I've seen is CSULB, California State Long Beach.
Oh,
They
okay.
started off the season 2-0, and they beat the Northwood University, who won last season's championship.
Ooh, that's a
They
big
beat
win for them
them,
then.
completely swept them after Northwood swept them in the playoffs. I think it was the semifinals last semester. If not, it was earlier in the
Ooh,
playoffs.
wow.
So they came back for revenge, and they were ready. They were ready for this season.
Big
And
comeback.
yeah, definitely. So I got them right now in my power rankings. I got California State Long Beach at 3. Um, University of Texas at Dallas is my number 1 though right now. They're 2-0. They have not lost a map. I couldn't just not put them there. Even though I feel like they haven't beat as good teams as Fisher
Mhm.
and California State have.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm just excited to see how that goes through. Everything Division 1 looks really competitive this season. So I'm excited for that. And then for Division 2, my goats, they got moved up. Puerto Rico got moved up from Division 3. I'm still waiting on Zeta to respond to my comment that I made on our post. I said, at Zeta, my MVP, my goat. He still didn't respond. Where are you, bro? I need you.
He's
So they
ghosting
started off the
you.
season. Yeah, no, literally. They started off the season 2-0. So I would say so far too, their one of their wins was really good. They beat Winthrop. I'm not sure how you say it, but they were in the semifinals last year for
Mhm.
Division 2, and they beat them so far this season. I think it was 3-0 or 3-1.
Oh, wow,
In my
okay.
mind, it's 3-0 though. My team can't do no more in Puerto Rico. So
In your mind, they're
they're a
just gonna
newcomer.
throw everybody.
Yeah, they're a newcomer to Division 2, but my God, they're already running that division like it's theirs. NC State was also a newcomer from Division 3 as well. They're also 2-0. Um, The other newcomers were Pace Solar Gold, Montclair State, Northern Arizona Varsity. They're all 1-1 or 0-2. Still need
Hell
to get
yeah.
on their feet though so far
Yeah.
as newcomers. And then for Division 3, for this week so far, we have 3 newcomers to that division from Division 4 that have started off 2-0. It's University of Montana Grizz Maroon. I believe it's Maryland Terps Academy, and then Cedarville Varsity. They all moved from Division 4 to Division 3, and they're 2-0 to start off the season. So
Mhm.
a lot of new competition in these divisions so far, and it's just all looking really good. Everybody's getting settled in after I believe it was the really just the first real semester of Marvel Rivals for
Yeah, it
NECC,
was.
and everybody looks like they're getting settled in, and now it's becoming really competitive. I hope it doesn't end up everybody just being like 10-0, 9-1, or 8-2,
Yeah.
how all the champions ended up last season.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems so far like your placement in the rankings from the last semester doesn't really mean much. Like it's not nothing's really
Mm-mm.
protecting these teams from the last semester. Everybody's
No.
still actively improving. Teams that were placed lower just are proving themselves in higher divisions already. It's only the first 2 weeks, and we're already seeing like insane like stand-ups from a couple of these teams, especially Northwood's loss and Puerto
Yeah,
Rico's win.
immediately.
Those two are definitely going to be huge motivations for those teams. Definitely
Yeah.
going to start their rise pretty strong.
Yeah. So that's all I have for the NECC for this week. My power rankings will be right here. Full power rankings for Division 1. Somewhere over here. Or maybe over here. Or maybe over here. Sorry to the bottom about I think it's the bottom 3 or 4 or I'll start out on 2. It's okay, guys. You guys will get back on your feet. Get in there.
Get in
We need some
there.
competition in there.
that's all we have for the NECC for this video for the first 2 weeks. Those are the main standouts. We're going to be covering all of the divisions as we go, but we're going to be starting off in just like small increments.
We're just two guys. We're just two guys.
We're
Give us
just
a
two
second.
guys. We're both in school. We're both working in some capacity. We're busy
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
But for the ECAC, the main thing that I want to mention is there was a huge change. So this is only the second season for Marvel Rivals for the ECAC, and they started off with 10 divisions last semester, with each division only having 1 to 2 groups. But this season, they've reduced their roster of what am I talking about? They reduced their number they reduced their number of divisions by 4. So instead of 10 divisions, it's down to 6. Divisions F through I have been taken out, so it's A through E plus an open division now.
Mhm.
And this has really affected how teams are moving up in the rankings. Some teams that might have only moved up 1 or 2 divisions, if they were way back in Division I, if they're gonna move up in division, that could be all the way up into C. And if they would have stayed in Division I, they're still moving up into Division E at the lowest potentially, and that's going to put them up against people who might have stayed in Division E, so staying 4 or 5 divisions ahead of them. So a lot of the teams that really proved themselves in each division for the ECAC all went 10-0, 9-0, 9-1, 8-1. A lot of really hard season sweeps. So I'm sure that those teams are going to be able to find success in the higher divisions, but there's going to be some teams that probably got pushed up from that had
Yeah.
not as strong of an experience in their division, and they might struggle a little bit this season to find their place. Because the open division barely has like any teams in it. The open division is very, very small this season. It was small last season too, but I feel like it's even smaller this season. And considering that all the other divisions have been stocked with new teams, a lot of the lower like Division H and I are probably most of those teams are up in Division E now or higher.
Yeah.
A great example
And I
of this
will
actually.
say,
Oh wait, yeah, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, sorry ECAC, but sorry to rain on your parade here. I think it's a little stupid how they do it. I don't know why they wanted to combine it so much. At this point, you might as well, because you have so many groups in each division. I mean, at this point, you might as well just have one division, all just groups.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just. I feel like I liked it how it was last season a little bit, but I
Mm,
know they're trying to condense everything more. So then, there's just not so many champions, but
yeah,
I think it was fine how it was. You just needed to at least take a breather and just see how each team would or how each division would unfold. I feel like condensing it is just going to make the bottom just fall out, and just you're just going to
mm,
have so many teams that struggle really hard, and it's still going to be it's going to be really competitive at the top, but at the bottom there's going to be a lot of teams that are just like, I can't compete with these people at all. Why am
exactly.
I even here? And you might just draw
Yeah,
them away, and they might just run off to NECC or the Collegiate Rival Series.
yeah,
So we'll see how that ends up. The top, like I said though, the top heavy, it's going to be fun. ECAC playing in those
for
playoffs, it's going to
sure.
be really difficult because everything's condensed just a little bit more. But I feel like, yeah, again, those bottom teams though are going to
Yeah,
struggle a lot.
I feel like the ECAC. It's a great division. I like our team had a lot of fun in it. A lot of great teams, a lot of great people, but their placement system, I feel like went from
Oh,
one
that too
problem
is
to another, because there's no placement matches. You're placed based off of rank and based off of they did base this placement off of previous ranking as well in the actual
mhm.
ECAC, but for the first one it was only based off of rank, and I think the reason we had so many like large sweeps from not just teams that actually won their division, but a lot of divisions had multiple teams per group that only lost to like the team that ended up winning the whole thing. So
Yeah,
you had a lot of teams in each division placed lower than they should have been, and I feel like this season they've done that better. They have the knowledge that
yeah.
that these teams need to be higher. So those teams were placed higher. Our team was a great example. We went 10-0 in Division G, and we were placed all the way up in Division B. and
Right.
we're
Yeah.
currently 1-1, so we're going a lot stronger in this division. But because of this problem, now instead of like you have these higher teams misplaced, now you're gonna have lower teams misplaced. So you're gonna
Right.
have, instead of the minority being higher teams in each division, the minority is gonna be these smaller teams that they can't even say that there's like other teams in that division and there's just one division, like one team or two teams running their division. It's gonna
Yeah.
be a couple of teams left very out of place. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Since each division is so big, hopefully that evens it out a little bit, and hopefully there's enough teams per group still where the skill rating is around the same.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
that that problem doesn't occur, but it is a thought that we have to have. Um,
Yeah.
other than that, the ECAC is looking strong. Like, you've got a couple of teams that, like I said, went up from like a Division I all the way up to Division D and Division C that are struggling in the first 2 weeks. They aren't having the strongest matches yet, but that happens. That happens to every team. I feel like our team's pretty strong right now, and this past week we struggled in both the NECC and the ECAC.
Vacation guy right here. Vacation guy. Two
Yep,
thumbs.
yep, he was on vacation. Darius our carry. Where was he? But that was my main note for the first 2 weeks of the ECAC, was just to keep an eye on how these new teams are settling in, where a lot of the teams that went very, very strong in their division are finding more like neutral ground in their divisions now as they've been placed higher. But the teams from those deleted divisions that didn't have the greatest run are still seeming to have a little bit of trouble in their divisions.
Mhm.
It could be the first week jitters. It could just be that they were matched up with the first seed in their divisions and everything.
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to have power rankings for the ECAC teams out later in the season. But so far, the ECAC has a couple of things you got to keep an eye out for. But it's looking to be a great season already.
Yeah. Governor State #1 in those power rankings for sure. I know that for a fact.
Oh, for sure. Even with the loss, like you got to factor in the fact that our boy was gone.
Yeah. #1.
Yeah,
Division B role.
of course.
Next season or next semester, all the way till the fall. Division A role.
Division A.
And after that, well, we'll see how MRC goes. I don't think we can compete in MRC right now, but
Not yet.
I think we're just gonna stop at Division A.
That's for the future. That's for the future, though. Someday.
Yeah.
Someday.
One day.
But yeah. So that has been the weeks 1 and 2 recap for the NECC and ECAC for Marvel Rivals. Like I said, we're going to have some more specifics for other divisions, for the top and bottom divisions, all coming out as we go. Just based off of time, we can't do everything every week. But we're still going to have scores for everything posted here. And stay tuned. You're going to see your team here eventually, and you're gonna get glazed. We're here to glaze.
Keep your DMs open. I will
Keep your
be there
DMs open
for an interview.
We want interviews. We want you on the CEC.
We want you on the CEC.
Yes.
You will be here.
You'll be on our couch. Yeah. On our couch. In between us.
On our couch in between us. Just chilling, talking ball. You know how we do.
Chilling, talking ball. Here. You know how we do. All right. That's going to do it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Keep an eye out for future videos posted in the upcoming week or two. And also keep an eye out for our Instagram and Twitter accounts for any posts we have there regarding specific players, shout-outs, previews for interviews, anything. All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Peanuts.